There we go. Hey, everybody. Tons of blankets. Sorry. Anyway, how y'all doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's doing good. If y'all got prayer requests, y'all make sure you get them in the chat for me. Mark has started his new job, or not new job, but new shift. So he is not going to be on the show every other Friday. So it'll be me, just me, by myself. But we're going to see, how this goes and how it's going to work with my work schedule and everything, because trying to get a guest on every week is going to be a lot of work, and I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. Anyway, so hey everybody. So I see in and outdoor guy. I see Mr. Gary. I see Miss Tammy. We got, imagine that, Cedar Creek Bottoms is in here. Billy Shillings, Michelle, hey y'all. Miss Jean, Blue Eyed Northern, Stacy Thrasher. Stacy and them is out roughing it at the campground in Hollins. It's too cold for me, guys. Just I hate it for y'all. It's too cold for me. That's all I got. Let's see. Jean, Tammy, we already said those. Well, y'all been talking again as usual. Miss Diane, Richard Jr., Miss Phyllis, Katie G, Henry, hey there. Mark Creel. Hey, Wendell. Y'all chatting. Hey, Mr. Larry. Hey, Mr. Carl. Back roads are icy. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Hey, Miss Sharon and Sharon Guy. Got both of y'all there. Did I say Mark Krill already? I think I did. Mr. Denduven, how are you today? Miss CD. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. Hey, Miss Erica. Hey, Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda, I done tagged you in a post on Facebook because, believe it or not, people are counting down to Christmas already. Didn't we just finish with Christmas? I'm still reading y'all's comments, guys. Miss Selena. Misty, how are y'all? Misty, do you not have a baby goat still? Mr. Don Moore, how are you tonight? Old Line Cryptids, hello, hello. Oh, and I think I made it down to the bottom of the list. All righty. Hey, guys, glad y'all can make it in tonight. Princess of Big Chief. Love it. All right, so we are here that goat's going to blow up. Yeah, I can't believe she still has not had that baby goat. Hey, Miss Sherry. All right, guys, so while y'all are doing all your hellos and everything, I'm going to go ahead and do my plant of the week and the book of the week. I was going to do a different book this week. I'll go ahead and show it to you. I was going to do this one. But actually, a lot of people have been talking about the one that I'm going to do. Somebody made a post about it, so of course I'm going to have to do it. Hey, Chad, and hey, Debbie, how are y'all today? I'm sure a lot of you have seen this on Facebook because it is like all over my newsfeed. So I, of course, broke down and I got it. Yep, I did. It is the Forgotten Home Apothecary. So we bought it. We like it. It has a ton of herbal recipes in here and what to use them for. Now, the thing about this book is it's not broke down by the herbs and what to use the herbs for. It's broke down more by what you're making, if that makes sense. Like there's a section on essential oils. There's a section on balms, salves, creams, and lotion. There's a section on syrups and elixirs. A section on how to make tinctures and all this, that, and the other. But the way that this book is put together, it's more of a recipe book. So it is exactly like what you see on Facebook, in that if you know what you're looking for, you can find the recipe. But as far as, is this a book to tell me what to make from rosemary? Probably not. Is this a book to tell me what rosemary treats? Probably not. But, and why did I say rosemary? Because I opened it up to this page right here. We have a rosemary and sage sore throat spray. So, to make this, you use a 80 proof alcohol. You use dried chopped sage, dried chopped rosemary, dried chopped oregano, and then the essential oils too. Now, it tells you about the recipe right here, about what it does and everything, but it's not really a book to learn what all the different things do. It's more of a recipe to say, hey, I have a sore throat. What can I make? So that's kind of how this one is divided up. But now I love it. I do. But it's like I said, this is not telling me what all lavender is good for. It's giving me a treatment for joint support, which is good. But like I was, like I've said before, there's so many different things that different things can work for. And this is more of a, it's going to take a little bit more for me to use this. Let's see, we have a natural aphrodisiac in here and an herbal ED support recipe. Yep. That's in here. It is. So yeah, I love the book though, and I love the recipes. There are some areas that will tell you a little bit more information than a recipe in here, but I do love the book, but it is not one you're going to learn from. It's more of a recipe book. 250 powerful remedies. So which page? Yeah, I see that. PCOS support in here, spiced milk for the pancreas. It's got a lot of different recipes in here, but you just really kind of need to look through it to find what you need. Anti-inflammatory ear compress. That's one of the recipes in here. And I'll be honest with you, I already had this book, but I was listening to a Facebook ad, of course. And one of the recipes, it said, let me show you guys. Hold on. It said, a recipe for black milk. Yep, here it is. It's on this page. And so they turned to that page, and I had to go look and see what they were talking about, because they said, and here it is, the recipe for black milk. And it's got a lot of stuff that I can't say on TikTok and everything, or I'll get my channel revoked or something. I went in here and looked, and I was like, what are they talking about? It's a digestive support. There is no words, trigger words, to get anything pulled. It's just charcoal and milk with flavoring to help with supporting digestive comfort. There is nothing in here that will get a channel pulled. So, Mr. Carl, definitely call Misty. Misty is awesome at this. I'm learning. I know the plants more than I know the recipes. I know the plants. So I am learning a lot. But this, Miss Wanda, if you will, tell Greg he needs to order it. It's a great book. It's one that I think everybody ought to have, because like I said, you may not learn much. Oh gosh, there's one in here for snore relief. I need to fix that for Mark. Y'all don't tell him I said that. I got to find that now. Where'd it go? It was just right there. There it is. Snore relief jelly. Agar powder, peppermint, and eucalyptus. And that's supposed to stop snoring? Huh. That's interesting. I may have to try that. Shh, don't tell Mark. Anyhow, so that's our book of the week. Did I pick out a plant of the week? I really did not. But the one that stuck out to me today really is rosemary. Rosemary is so good for a lot of things. It's got some pain reliever qualities to it. It's got the, I can't even think what I'm trying to say. I should have just pulled it up and talked about it that way. But it's got those antiseptic properties and all that. It's a very good plant to have around. Mine stays green year round. It is, until that 4 days below freezing, it was like this tall. I mean, I guarantee you it was waist high. It was awesome. So it's evergreen, it's shrubby, and you can keep it pruned and use it in cooking and in all sorts of remedies. It is the Forgotten Home Apothecary for all those that missed the title. So, all right. So there you go. There's your plant and your herb today. I have never been successful at getting rosemary started from seed. I just take cuttings of mine and stick it in dirt and it grows. Or just buy one for $22 and free shipping to Belgium. Nice, because it was like $40 for me. I have not found it cheaper with the price of shipping and everything. But you know what? I have learned a lot of things. I was reading, so I had a migraine again, New Year's Day. I thought it was just a regular headache. Turns out it was a double-sided migraine. So I was down for the entire New Year's Day. And I was doing some reading about some alternative treatments because somebody else online was out of their regular med. I usually take Maxalt. And of course, I got a month to go before I can refill my prescription again. And I had a migraine, like I said, New Year's Day. And somebody was talking about in one of the countries that they live in, they can get Maxalt over the counter. So they can get rizatriptan and sumatriptan over the counter in other countries, whereas I have to have a prescription and I still only get 10 pills for 3 months. So I'm sitting here thinking, should I move to this other country just so I will have migraine meds? Seriously though, it's peppermint behind the earlobes for a migraine. I want to say I have tried that and it doesn't help mine, but I'm not going to say I won't try that again because I have peppermint oil and I am not against trying again. I have tried magnesiums. I have tried rosemary tea because somebody said that was a good one. That was hard to drink and it didn't help. Hey, Donna, how are you? Forgot to say hey to Twisted, Michael X, everybody else that I've missed in the chat. Good to see all y'all. I used to take Emgality. I like the Emgality. I do. The problem for here is I was on it during the shutdown period and it was too hard to get it. So it broke the cycle enough that it stopped the migraines for a little bit, but I had to stop taking it because I couldn't get it. So I quit taking it. And then the self-injector pen is hard. I can't give myself a shot, guys. I can't. That's just not going to happen. Not even the self-injector pen. I mean, I'm scared of it. It's ridiculous. I can give you a shot, but I cannot give myself one. But so trying to get somebody to give me the self-injector that I was comfortable with was hard enough. Well, then they gave me a new prescription and they didn't prescribe the self-injector pen. So trying to get the meds, trying to find somebody to give it to you, it's just a little bit of a hassle. So moringa powder. Now that one I have not tried. Let me write that down. Moringa powder. I have tried everything else. I've tried the magnesiums. I've tried the B2s, the B12s, the B complexes. I've tried the feverfew, guys, all the stuff that I used to, that I have tried, I'm still taking some of it, and it's not really helping. But maybe I'll find something, because I really do not like the side effects of these meds that if you read about them, it's just awful. I'm taking Elavil now as a preventative. A low dose is not really helping, but yeah, they don't. The vitamins don't help. It's weird. Everybody says, oh, you got to have this vitamin and this vitamin. Well, that's not what my problem is. I don't know how to fix mine. I wish it helped. So, yep, the Max Salt is really a really good treatment. The downside is I'm getting the rebound headaches from the Max Salt now. So, migraine, just migraine. It's ocular, cluster ocular migraine. So 30 seconds on how good and 30 seconds of how bad commercials. Oh boy. Cephaly, it is worn like a headband. I might have to try that. What does it do, Miss Leanne? Does it apply heat? I mean, a vibration? Because I have noticed if I keep that spot covered and don't let the cold reach it, then I kind of can stay off some of the migraines. Not all of them, but some of them. So, all right, guys. Well, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. What are we going to talk about? Y'all tell me in the comments about your New Year's resolutions. I have never heard of that. Propionizone. What is propionizone? Breathing and relaxation techniques. Huh. Right up your alley. Oh boy. I wish it was right up my alley. I like to talk one-on-one and all, but it's a little hard for me. Lose 100 pounds. That's what I really need to do. Well, maybe not 100, but I need to lose some. That's me. I want to thrive in 2015. What do we always talk about? Food. Yes, food. That's perfect show right there. Food. Y'all don't know. I was searching the house for food right before the show went on. I found some salsa and some chips, and that's what I ate for dinner. And then I was like, what I really want is cookies. Cookies and ice cream. Paracetamol and caffeine. Retire is nice. I would love to retire again. When I get the tractor paid off, we get the new truck and a new camper paid off, we'll all retire. Yeah, for me, it's get the migraines and tonight. I don't have tinnitus. It's get the migraines under control and get my energy back to where I can do the stuff I need to do. Because, like, my hands right now, guys, is like ice. And I'm sure that is part of the migraine problem, is when your iron is at a 4, that you have issues. Still waiting on the blood doctors to give me a call so I can get scheduled for the infusion again. And now I haven't even talked to Mark about this yet, but they called me about my upper and lower GI the other day, and they want me to go in for testing for some sort of gastro autoimmune thing. I can't remember what they were saying it was, but it's something about your B12s and it not doing what it needs to do, causing anemia. So that may be my problem right there. Some sort of autoimmune gastro problem. But we've thought it was something autoimmune already. Elavil. Well, I was doing Elavil for 2 reasons. Elavil in the past was not worth it for me. Because if I miss one dose, I would have a major migraine worse than any of the others that I ever had. Pot of those caps. Oh, I may have to get with you, Miss Sharon. Now, so I have long COVID. I have the exhaustion, the brain fog, and everything that bug caused from my mild case of it. And one of the things that they say helps treat the chronic fatigue part of the long COVID was, believe it or not, Elavil. So I talked to the doctor. He gave me a different prescription for a treatment med. They deliver within an hour for free if you have their membership. I may need to talk to you too. Yes, we live near a Walmart. I don't have their membership though. But the Elavil treats the fatigue, chronic fatigue syndrome, the long COVID, and the migraine. So we are trying that one first because it's a ice cream cookies. Yes, there you go. Are they anxiety? Nope, they are not. Don't have sleep apnea. Got tested. I sleep just fine. Don't have anxiety. No. My migraines are more of a nerve. Yep. I have not found many triggers. There's a hormone trigger. So once a month, there's a barometric pressure trigger. And there is vanilla fragrance. Not vanilla, cooking vanilla, but like the fragrance oils. If that is in something, those cause it. I guess it's because it's such a strong vanilla or something. I really am not sure. So, but yeah, cookies. My daughter might deliver. Yeah. We have Uber, all that good stuff. Yeah. That's it. We have bad days and then we have better ones. Yeah, that is it exactly. For the most part, I'm okay until the one hits me. When I have a migraine, I am sensitive to light. Yes. And at one point, I think that my driving for like long hours in the sun was helping to cause a migraine, but I think it had to do with my glasses too. So it's just weird. Just really weird. Worked on nerve. Okay, I need to check into that too. Ubro Japan. Huh. They're doing Nurtec as my new emergency, I guess you call it, treatment type thing. Like if you have a headache, you take the new Nurtec, where I was taking Maxalt. And the Elavil is the preventative. For now, Elavil may not stay. I got to talk to my doctor again in March to see if we're going to stick with that or not. But yeah. I like reading the chat while Mark's here talking, in case y'all haven't noticed. So yeah, I have all the migraine issues. I have a neurologist that I see and all that good stuff. And right now it seems like I have 1,000 different doctors. I hate it. Or for her eyes, we like to never figure it out. Yeah, I think that is one also that a lot of people's migraines are caused from. Mine eased back off. I didn't say go away, but they eased up a little bit when I switched to my old glasses. So nitro pills. I have not tried that one, but you know what? The Maxalt, the triptans work by unconstricting them. So yeah. So no, I have not tried nitro pills, but I might have to find me some foxglove. Have I tried a TENS unit? No, I have not tried a TENS unit. I'm assuming that's what a TENA is a TENS unit. So yep, TENS. That's what I was thinking a TENA was. So yeah, I have tried a lot of things. Do we have camping plans this spring? All the camping plans that we have at the moment are little bitty trips, but I don't think I actually have anything planned. Joe, get with Mark. You know that. Get with Mark. Hey, Tennessee Cherokee. I definitely keep sunglasses on when I drive, and I have to wear glasses when I drive, so I have the sunglasses with the clip on. So that definitely helps. A lot. Helps a lot. So yeah, Joe, get with Mark. As far as I know, there's no big outings, but if you get with Mark and check with him on some of his off day schedules, I'm sure that he would do a little camp out with you. I know that right now we're just trying to get into his schedule to see how it goes, and I've heard it's great for pain, Mr. Carl. I've heard that. I have a lot of friends that have them for different back problems and things like that, and shoulder problems, and I've never heard one used for a migraine, but I'm not against it. So I may have to borrow one day. I am definitely not against it. So I know that we have a partial or a potential trip planned in 2 weeks to South Alabama. All of that is going to be weather dependent, though, because I'm sorry, I'm not going to be camping when it's 10 degrees as the high. I'm not that person. If I can't get out and enjoy the day, then I am not going to be a happy camper. So give me my heater, give me my blanket. I'll be good. Throw some chocolate my way. I think they're going to be there all weekend, Wendell. So you ought to go by and hang out with them. I know that we have already canceled the fire pit night, by the way, guys. All of you that might have thought about coming to fire pit night. We will not be doing fire pit night tomorrow because there is so many people that we know that are sick, so many people that don't like the cold, and this weekend is supposed to be cold. So we went ahead, and I think at some point they said there was going to be a lot of wind at night and everything. So if it's going to be windy, then we will not be having a fire. And being outside in the cold with no fire is a no-go as well. Are we going to make it to the town hall in Opelika? I don't know on that either, because Mark will not be home until about 9 o'clock. Let me go back to that in a second, Mr. Don. So I don't know. For us to go to Opelika, he would not get any sleep after working a 12-hour shift. So I really don't know if we're going to make the town hall or not. He said it's going to depend on how he feels when he gets up. So the rizatriptan, if I take it and go lay down, 30 minutes, my migraine is gone, and I don't even know that I took meds. 30 minutes, and I can be back up and going again. If I take the rizatriptan and I'm staying up, standing, working, whatever it is I got to do, then it feels like there's little ants crawling all in my neck. If it's a mild migraine, all the ants are crawling in my neck. Kind of like anxiety, but not anxiety. I know that doesn't make sense, but it's like all this tension builds up in my neck muscles on the two sides, not on the back, but just the two sides. If I have a bad migraine and I have to be up and I can't go lay down, then yes, if it's a bad migraine, it makes me tired and sleepy with the tension. I like to take it and just lay down for 30 minutes. So that's my preferred way of taking the rizatriptan. Allergic to Mark. Yeah, he would like that one. He would like that one. I think it's more he's allergic to me. Like I keep telling him, he cannot go first. I have to be the one to go first because Lord have mercy, we cannot unleash me on the world with no supervision. So just saying. 2 years ago at the meet and freeze. Yeah, I'm not going to a meet and freeze, guys. That they said that 4-letter word about the meet and freeze, and I was like, no, we're not going. That was a no. The 4-letter word being snow. So we backed out and missed the meet and freeze. Thank God we missed the meet and freeze. But let me tell you, the meet and freeze this year or last year, in April, I think it was still a meet and freeze. They had some wind. It was not very warm. I spent, I think, half that weekend in the camper because we were right there on the water and everything too. So it was not quite a meet and freeze, but it was a meet and cold. So it was great meeting everybody and everything, but Good Farms has got something for you. What is Good Farms? So yeah, that's how our weekend is looking right now. Everything is up in the air because of his new 12-hour shifts. Last night he went to work and he was like, I can leave a little bit later, traffic's not bad, parking's nice. It all lined up. Hey, Mr. Dog. And everything was good. And then tonight he thought, well, I'll go in a little later tonight and see how it goes. It's a Friday night, guys, headed towards Lincoln, and all the traffic that ever could have thought about being out was out tonight. He was like, well, note to self, don't leave late on a Friday. So he got to work, couldn't find parking places. Can't figure out why he can't find a parking place on a Friday night at work, but can't find a parking place at Friday night at work. So he's got to get this whole 12-hour shift thing down. And then his body is like 6:15, getting ready to leave, and he can't leave work till 7:30. So he's got some getting used to. So that's going to be where we are for going anywhere for the next couple of weeks. Miss Diane, let me write that down. Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody at work's got the flu, either the stomach flu or the other flu. So, several people on my friends list struggling. A lot of people are sick right now. A lot of people. One of my best friends just asked for prayer, emergency. So I'm sure something's going on there. She didn't give any details, and I didn't ask. I just started praying for him, and that's all we can do. But yeah, everybody at work is passing it around. Had one go home half the day, not yesterday, the day before, so Wednesday or Tuesday. Tuesday they went home half the day. And then they were out yesterday. And then the other one, because we have 2 service techs, the other one came in. She called this morning and said they were sick and throwing up. So the flu one had to come in today, and he left half the day too because he's just sick as a dog. It's just going on, and everybody at work is just passing it back and forth. Because if one doesn't show, there's nobody to do the job. So it's kind of difficult. Hey, Randall. Hey, Miss Verby. Hey, everybody else that I might have missed. Glad y'all are making it in. We are not going to do a lot today on this show. But I do definitely, I definitely wanted to talk some herbs with y'all and everything. Guys, I made candied fennel seeds the other day. They do the Apothecary at home box that I've been getting. They do a weekly plant circle, as they call it. And what it is they get on Zoom and everybody does some talking. Sisters passed it around. Yeah. We haven't been. Oh, did Mark come in? He sure did. Hey, Mark. So yeah, they're passing it around everywhere. And then one girl at work, her daughter just had a baby, and she just had to tell her family, "Y'all stay out," because one of the kids was coughing and sneezing and was headed up to the hospital and around a brand new baby. And so she was like messaging them, "Don't you let nobody in the room but me and so and so." Because it's a bad season. People's got RSV, they've got flu, they've got pneumonia, and they've got unknown stuff. So it's just really, and mix that with COVID too. It's ugly season right now. And then everybody is crazy at work. That's not good, Mark. I'm so sorry. Yeah, RSV is bad, especially for little ones. And then I've seen some that have RSV and flu. I talk about a double whammy. So, yeah, anything you can do right now to boost those immune systems is awesome. But guys, if y'all have autoimmune stuff, strep. Is that what that is, Miss Donna? Strep. If that's strep, I'm sorry. If that's staph, I'm even sorrier. Um, there's just all sorts of stuff. I think they give antibiotics for RSV, but I really am not sure because it's a respiratory virus, I think. So yeah. But if you've got autoimmune diseases, guys, y'all don't need to be boosting your autoimmune system. Y'all need to be checking out ways to help your immune system without increasing it, because when you boost your immune system, if you have an autoimmune disease, guess what? When your immune system goes to kicking butt, guess whose butt it's going to be kicking? It's not going to be kicking the pneumonia's butt. It's going to be kicking your butt too. So make sure that you are helping your immune system correctly if you have an autoimmune disease. So just want to make sure you say that. Apple cider vinegar for strep. Ooh, hey Pat. I'm lucky. I have not had strep. I don't think I've ever had strep in my entire life, but I also don't have tonsils. Um, I kept getting tonsillitis when I was a kid. I missed half of my first grade year, literally half of my first grade year. Had my tonsils took out and never missed school again. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about the RSV shot. I'm going to stay away from that one. Yep, exactly, Pyro. Um, I know they treat, but I don't know what they treat with. I guess they're just giving fluids and keeping them hydrated and pulling stuff like mucus and all off of them while their body fights it themselves, kind of like a viral pneumonia or things like that. You just kind of have to wait it out. Yeah, the girl that just had the grandbaby, she unfortunately has been in and out of the emergency room because, not because of the grandbaby, but she got into a wreck right before Christmas. So she's been in and out of the emergency room. Yep, I was 6 when I had mine removed. Ella had hers. She had strep a lot, and then she had tonsil stones, and she had so many tonsil stones. That's why they took her tonsils out, because she like would pop out and another one would put in its place. It was unreal how many tonsil stones she had in them tonsils. They took them out for that reason. She was 16, I think, when she had her tonsils took out. The younger you can get them tonsils out, guys, the better. Just saying. Yeah, that's a good way to prevent stuff. That's a good one right there. All that stuff is warming, and it helps keep you from getting colds and stuff. Yep, share that throat spray. I'm going back up and looking to see if I see it somewhere. Hand washing is 100% the best way. Yeah, and that's, I never knew how bad it was having your tonsils took out. Zinc helps boost your immune system. Anything that helps boost your immune system, unless you have an autoimmune, is a good thing to take. All the zincs, all the C's, the elderberries, the echinacea. Now, there are things that help work with your immune system without causing it to attack yourself if you have autoimmunes. But zinc is good. Zinc helps boost your immune system. And the best things for not getting sick is not to get wore out in the first place, guys. I have to keep Mark reminded that he's got to take care of himself too, because if he gets too wore out, he's going to catch something. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're going around people that are sick, take all the vitamins, all the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, and Z. Take all the alphabet, as I call it. The E is echinacea, elderberry, and the Z is for zinc. So A, B, C, D, E, and Z, and all of that helps you keep your immune system going, and trying not to get yourself wore out totally to start with. If you're a caregiver, take care of you too, because the lower you are, the more receptive to catching bad stuff you are. So keep that in mind, guys. Take care of you too. I know being a caregiver, it's hard to take care of yourself, but you have got to take care of yourself too. Because when you're sick, who's taking care of your loved ones? So make sure that you're able to do it. Take care of yourself. Still have my tonsils at 60. I'm glad I don't have my tonsils, because like I said, I haven't had to deal with nothing since mine got took out. Up until 2019 or whatever year that was, 2020, the year it hit. Yep. The year it hit is the year I started having all my problems. That's when everything went exaggerated. Joshua has runny nose with elderberry. Elderberry's fine. Elderberry's not going to cure it. You need something to dry him up too. But the elderberry, as long as he doesn't have an autoimmune disease, the elderberry will help him teach in boosting his immune system. So again, all the vitamins, A, B, C, D, E, and zinc, and rest. And staying hydrated is a huge one. And when I say stay hydrated, I don't mean drink water 24/7, guys. Drink stuff, but drink like Gatorades, Propel, stuff with electrolytes. Drink flavored water. Better stuff for you. Don't keep yourself hydrated on sodas and coffee. Good. Glad to hear that, Mr. Robinson. Glad to hear that. Did I miss PJ coming in? Of course I probably did. Hey, PJ. Liquid IV is a good one. That one's a very good one. Pedialyte, Liquid IV. Yep. Those are very good. Sodas dehydrate. Yes, they do. Even a Sprite, it'll still dehydrate you to a degree. Use it to settle your stomach, but switch to something else. Oh, white grapes are delicious. I love them. Love grapes in general. So, all right, guys, don't forget, get them prayer requests in there, because we're probably going to be starting to wrap this up in just a little bit, unless you have to watch sodium. Well, that's a good point there. You've got to find a way to get some electrolytes in you while watching your sodium too. Because what the water does, the water flushes it all out of you without replenishing anything. So I forgot to say, hey, Greg. I saw him come in, but I didn't say hey. Hey, Greg. Blanket coverage, so many names. I see it. I'm at the point where I'm just like, hey, everybody, because there's so many people in here. I'm using Mark's list thing tonight, so I got a few that I've added myself. That's what I do, unsweetened tea, because I just can't drink water. But I'll throw in a little bit of Propel here and there because I don't like Gatorade and all that stuff. So, Chad, let's see. Yep, you're on here. Yeah, we'll keep that, remembering that one. Let me put that one up. Let me highlight that one too. And y'all, another one that we're going to talk about is Craig Schultz's wife. She's in the hospital also, so don't forget that one. That's another prayer request. I don't know if some of y'all have seen that or not. I'm fixing to have to go stand in the heater. The living room's cold. All right. So, like I was saying at one point, New Year's resolutions is to get better. Just in general, get better, get healthier, and able to do the things that I need to do. Live in deep, say, blue tarp cover. There you go. There you go. When you live in the deep south, it's a blue tarp cover, and that's it. I need to buy another tarp. The things I need to remember that I will forget after this. Glad to hear that, Miss Leanne. Glad to hear that. Covering up. Oh dear. Yeah, that weather. They've still not decided on a set what's going to be happening with the weather yet, which is not good. It is not going to be pretty. I'm dreading it. I do not want 4 days below freezing like we had a couple years back. Because if you have outside animals and your water does not thaw out during the day, that's you toting water out. And I moved to the south, so I didn't have to do that. Or rather, I never moved out of the south. Skin cancer on your forehead. All right, y'all, keep this prayer requests in. Let me see if Mark's got that wrote down. Miss CD. All right, got that. Yeah, I didn't choose to live in the south so I could be freezing every day, having to hand tote water. 3 degrees, Miss Jean. Come move to the south. 3 degrees. Come to the south. Come stay at our house. We got you. Over a week freeze, had to bust a pond. Yeah, we that year that happened here, 4 days that it never come above freezing. Half our pond froze up. Of course, you couldn't get to the water because the falling, the thin parts of it. We were very careful about letting sister out on that ice because none of us would have went. Well, we would have. We would have went in after her, but we did not want to have to go in after her. But yeah, the ponds froze. The water buckets for the rabbits, because it's 15 gallons of water. 15 gallons of water froze solid. It was yeah. That's it. We get a freeze every once in a while. I don't like it. Mark keeps worrying about when the temperatures drop below freezing at night. That's not the problem. The problem is when they stay there. And I don't like it when it stays there. Get on the pond and couldn't get off. Oh, I'm sorry, Gary. Yeah, that's a fear when you have ice on a pond. When Ella was born, it snowed, and we had busted pipes when we came out of the hospital right before Christmas. Of course, that was years ago, too. Bring them in. They had a nice warm cave where it's year-round temperature the same. Sick of cold and snow there already. Yeah, that's why I live in the South, guys. That four-letter word, I don't like it. I mean, I used to like it. I don't like it no more. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yep. Yeah, the loss of a calf is a big loss because of everything it could have been when it was bigger, whether it was a parent or a milk cow or even side of beef for the freezer. It's a loss one way or the other. Cold on the coast right now. Really? Yeah, I bet it did bite the azaleas. Our azaleas are kind of evergreen here, but they're not trying to bloom. Now you know what four letter word I don't like. It starts with an S and ends with a W. Yeah, slow. That works. Weaning calves is bringing. Yeah, like I said, for whatever reason, that's a big loss. Yep. I would rather have a cow than a goat. I think. I think. Somebody talked me out of wanting a cow. Somebody tell me that a larger goat breed is a good breed of goat. That's what I need to hear. I need to hear that a large breed of goat is a good breed of goat. I want to do, yeah, that's the word, dog. That's the one. That's the four-letter word. Do not like that word. Don't like COLD either. Yep. I, on the goat world, I want electric fencing where I can move them around and not have to do the worming every so often. Move them every week. Don't bring them back onto that piece for, I think it's 3 months or 4 months, one. And we've got the property that we can do it. But with goats being escape artists, it kind of worries me. So I want to keep it to a small goat, but I would rather have a La Mancha. The La Manchas are a great breed for milk production, whereas the Nigerian dwarfs have the highest percent of butter fat. They don't produce a lot of milk. So somebody needs to talk to me about large breeds and keeping them in electric fencing. Rotational grazing is the way to do it. And I'm afraid of it with the goats because I'm afraid with escape artists that they're going to get out. Oh man, Jeff, I'm sorry. Yeah, this weather has not been good for animals. 9 degrees in Iowa. Come on down, cause it ain't killing the viruses. Everybody's still sick. Talked with Donnie. May have to give me some more information. I don't know names like I should. And Mark probably has, but I probably have not. 200. Wow. I want cows, but I don't want 200. I want 3. Mama and a couple babies. Down to 30 mama cows. What breed you got, Gary? Yeah, that's winter's bad enough, but to add in wet too. Winter is your favorite season, Pat. Really? It's my least favorite. I would rather have a heat stroke worry every day of summer than to worry about has boogers on his property. Mark probably has, Miss CD. I don't know. I don't talk to a lot of people, honestly. Um, I'm a texter. I'm sorry, but I am. I know he talks to Pat, and I know he talks to Willie some. And I'm sure he's talked to whoever it is that you're talking about, but I really don't know. Goats are, that's what I was afraid of. That is exactly what I was afraid of. Hey, Miss Delilah, how are you? Glad to see you. Mark will be back next week, so it won't be as boring. Donnie Miller. Yes, yes. I'm sure Mark has talked to them. Everybody's chiming in now. Yeah, I think it's Donnie Miller, everybody. True Jeff plus climbers. What's, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about them escape artists getting out of fencing. But I don't want to have to do all the worming all the time. So, yeah, that electric heat is awful. Um get them heat strips in there to heat up, and it takes it doubles that power bill. So, hey Mark, glad you made it back in another minute. We ain't gonna be on here too much longer. Yoga. I have tried the yoga. I like yoga. I want to get back into shape enough, because when I broke my wrist, I was actually doing some good yoga and walking a lot and doing everything that I needed to do. But then I broke my wrist and my shoulder was hurting and I had gravel in both of my knees and everything. And so it kind of took the wind right on out of me there. 40 milk cows milk by hand. That's probably why they were married 20 years. Right? They were too busy for anything else. Hey, Miss Levon. Glad everybody could make it in. All right. Yeah, that's a lot of hand milking. Yeah. I want a cow to milk. I do. I do. But y'all noticed how I said that, right? I want a cow to milk. Ice and snow this weekend at his place. Yeah, that's what they're talking about here. I'm really not liking that. They don't know which way it's going to go. They're talking about the heavy winds with the ice, and that's what I said too. Is that cows were way easier. But now I have a 4 foot tall electric knitting setup, so I have to use it. Goat cheese, yes. Yes. Disney makes it snow in Florida. Wow. That's that 4 letter word again. Why would anybody want to make it snow? I just can't imagine wanting it to snow. Just no. 4 letter words. 1983. Yep. You made it in to listen, Miss Stacy. I see that. I am loving goat milk and all that. I'm making my own kefir with cow's milk right now, but I am looking forward to having that. Yeah, goat cheese. Yes. I'm looking forward to having the goat milk to make kefir with and to make cheese with and all that stuff. It's one of the reasons that I want to do the Nigerians, because they have the most excellent butterfat content. But yeah, raw milk is awesome. You have to be careful with it, but raw milk is awesome. Ice and snow up in North Carolina, that is not good. That is not good at all. Those poor people in North Carolina. Mm. I am not milking 100 of them by hand either. I'm talking one. I want to milk one. I don't have enough room for more than one's milk. I just want to milk one. Yeah, all of y'all that's definitely getting that snow and ice. Y'all need, y'all have been in our prayers. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people in our area that's going to have to be in prayers too, because we don't know how to deal with it. Yes, the goat milk from Walmart is delicious. Absolutely. Soaps and stuff like that. Yep. Exactly. It's going to be what I need. I'm going to end up needing more than what I want. 5 to 9 inches on Monday. That's a no, Jeff. Come on down to the south. Yeah, I'm hoping that helps, Leanne. Them poor people up there. Something's got to give somewhere there. And maybe that'll be the one. I hate that it's going to take to the 20th. Raw milk is delicious. I love to drink raw milk. I wish we had people near us that we didn't have to drive an hour to get milk from. So. Yep, that's it. You just finish up with the morning that you got to start the evening milking. Yep. Sore hands fast. That's it. Yeah, they need to quit making it harder. That's for sure. But guys, we're going to pull away from that part of the conversation because I kind of like my channel, and so we need to be careful there. I feel like we're all along the same lines anyway. But yeah, that's a horrible situation there. And what I want to say, I can't say. But nothing's ever going to be fixed until it's totally broke. And we'll just leave it at that. What is good for a bad attitude? A paddle. Chocolate. Chromebooks. Monday's going to be possible. Yep, that's it. They're already talking about calling schools out because it's going to be cold. And apparently our schools are having some heat issues. So, yep. Bring them on, Jeff. Bring them on. We'll fence it in real quick for you. Well, I don't know about real quick, but, we'll get it fenced in for you. At least bring a couple. Now, seriously, it depends on what the attitude problem is caused by. If we're talking kids, a paddle helps. Sorry. But yeah, depends on what the problem's caused by. Chocolate is an awesome thing. Sometimes it's hangry. You just need food, desserts. In my case, if I'm cold, just bring me some warmth. Electric blanket, that fixes my attitude really quick. PB cups, yeah, that's a good one. Reese's peanut butter cups. Yep. And cold and a ball game do not go together. I'm not going there. Near 4 6s and feedlot. Jeff came on. Yep, there you go. Yeah, they would be a lot better. Yeah. Has he still got his? I have not asked. Has he still got his pet deers? Pet deers, listen at me. His pet deer. Both of the bucks. I have not paid attention to that lately. So ice cream. That's a good one right there. I love ice cream. I'm not the peanut butter in my ice cream person, but give me chocolate, yes. Mark who? There we go, guys. We're booting Mark off the channel. No, we're not. But Mark's got to come on to do the prayer. So, all right, guys. Well, we have talked. He feeds him out of his mouth. Oh, my goodness. We have talked about a lot of stuff. We haven't really stayed on any one topic today, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to read off the prayer list and everything. If y'all got anything in there that needs to be prayed for, y'all go ahead and stick it in there. The people of North Carolina, for sure, all of those people that were affected in that storm's path, they definitely need prayers still. Some have gotten help, a lot have not, and we are going to leave that at that. Oh, yes, Millennium Crunch. That one is delicious. Yes. Yes, they do, Jeff. Milk out of the young bucks. Bless it. Bless it. Yeah, it stays with me too, Miss Levon. The ice cream stays with me. I love it. It loves me. It's a hate-love relationship. Do a blue tart prayer. That's the one. All right, so let me read off what we got here. Now, this is Mark's list that I'm fixing to call off, and he does not have reasons. So, y'all just know the names, and y'all may know the reasons, but I don't have that kind of memory. I have slept since then. So, yeah, I know. I'm fixing to go run to Dairy Queen, I think, when I get off here at Publix one. I just got to decide because I'm thinking some ice cream would be a good thing tonight. Come home and eat it in front of the fireplace. That's the one. All right, so we got Patrick Noble on here. Oh, Lord, and I have to try to read his handwriting on top of that. Nate Bowling. Raw milk. I grew up on that raw milk too. We had a guy that we went and got milk from, and I remember having to swap over to the store milk and was not happy. I loved all the raw milk that we got growing up. So Nate Bolins, Gary Spikes, Jean and Karen, Miss CD, and I put a note out here beside Miss CD's name because you're already on the prayer list about the skin cancer removal that you got coming up. Greg House, those have lost family and friends this year. Cynthia Johns, Phyllis, Mark D, Kumbo and Sandy, Miss Lanita, Dale Boswell, Michael X, Nephew Jackson. I think that's what that says. Jeff D, Stephen Tunnel, Barton and Letitia, Katie G's babies. Hopefully they're feeling much better today. You do have a good memory, confess things are not as though they are. I have a good memory in some things. Just, I have a head full of useless knowledge. That's my problem. So the stuff that's not needed is up there, and the stuff I need is not. Barton and let's see, Katie G, how's them babies? They still sick, or hopefully they've gotten better. I can't tell what that says. Jerry, something passed away. David Mosley family. Bobby's 2-year grandfather. I'm going to have to get Mark to read this to me. Ella's great aunt that passed. Leanne Smith and husband. Okay, they said they were better, so I'm going to put a line through y'all for now. Mr. Terry Allen and Carolyn. Oh, yeah, and Larry. He's in Texas or Oklahoma, one, I can't remember, and has cancer and pneumonia, last I heard, together. I don't know what that says. Something Carolina. East Tennessee and Carolina, maybe. Jeff Townsend, Levon and husband, Tommy's brother-in-law, L, whoever L is, Miss Dee Dee, Miss Barb's chat. Then we have Craig Schultz's wife, Michelle Powell's sister-in-law and father, and now I can't read my own handwriting, Diane's brother-in-law that's 80 with the flu. So y'all keep everybody in. It's a Bible quote, not a joke. Let me go back and see. Yes, okay, I see it now. Confess things that are not as though. Confess things that are not as though they are. I got that. Thank you. I'm glad you said that because that made me help understand it better. You live in that city. Which city do you live in? Jerry's uncle passed. Let me write that on here. City of useless knowledge. I got you. See, my brain don't work sometimes. Yeah, I stay in that city of useless knowledge. There are so many things up here that I have no need of ever. And one day somebody will ask something and I'll just pull that right out of my head. But something I just talked about 10 minutes ago is already gone. So, yeah, Bakersville had no, Billy, no. Nobody's had 4 inches before dark. Just no. And I'm so sorry that they have 4 inches before dark. That's awful. Just got over a touch of the chest stuff. Oh, yeah, that's right. You had that too. Glad to hear you're getting better. I don't know if Mark had you down or not. How's that shoulder doing, Miss Crystal? See what I mean? Some stuff I can remember. And then the rest of it's just gone. All right. Well, guys, y'all remember all them people that's in the prayers in the list? All the ones that we didn't mention. There's a lot of unspokens out there. And just pray for everybody, guys. And like Mark always says, everybody be kind. Be nice to one another. It don't take a lot to be nice and to do the right things. So, anybody, anything y'all want to talk about before I leave? Yeah, it's much easier just to pray for everyone. Do a blue tarp prayer. Because like somebody said, we're in the deep south. A blanket prayer don't work. You need a blue tarp. Or a green one. Oh, yeah, this one, it's a Tractor Supply blanket with cows on it. It's really pretty when you have it turned the right way. And then my chicken one. I washed blankets, can y'all tell? They just didn't get folded up and put in the tote yet. So, shoulder's still a work in progress. Okay. That's better than nothing. That's it, Miss CD. I know everything about everything that doesn't mean anything. That's it exactly. Tractor Supply is my favorite store. I'm so glad I don't work there anymore. Y'all, I did not bring home a paycheck. That is almost the truth. Almost. You know where Christmas came from last year in 2023 because I worked at Tractor Supply. Christmas came from there. Something outside for it. We see if anything comes. Yeah, I don't want to see if anything comes, guys. I want to wake up and everything be not white. I don't want to see ice. I don't want to see snow. I don't want to see wind blowing. I don't want to see any of that. So I appreciate all of y'all tuning in tonight. I do. I wish that we had, more of a lined up topic to talk about like the plan was. We were supposed to be building vision boards tonight, but Miss Robin has had a lot going on her way as well, and she just did not feel like she could give it the effort that she wanted to give it, so we put her off till later. 4 miles. That's not a good thing. You'll be there every day, Miss Phyllis. You will. So we put that off till she's ready to handle it. And I mean, to do her show to the best of her abilities. So, but so next one is in 2 weeks, and I can't remember who my guest is. Sister. Hang on, guys. Hold on. I got to go see who's outside. On here, sister. All that noise, and I didn't see nothing out there, so I don't know what she's doing. All right, yes, I'm going to go get me some ice cream. I think I'm going to go to Publix, or they've got all those different ice cream flavors, or Dairy Queen, and get my espresso chocolate one. That one was really good. So we will see who our guest is in 2 weeks and get with everything and make sure that they'll be able to come on. I cannot remember right now who it was. It might have been Misty, and we might be talking about goats. I cannot remember. But she may be having goat babies, and she may not be ready either. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Harbor Freight is also another good store. Yeah, Lowe's is awesome as well. I like Lowe's better than Home Depot. So, all right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get off of here. Snow. Let's see. Your Bigfoot tracks is, yeah, you know, we have some pictures of tracks in the snow one year. Yep. Right down the side of the house. They purposely walked in our footprints thinking they could hide theirs. I think it was younger ones. It was interesting for sure. So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get off of here tonight. Y'all don't know anything about goats. Listen at you. Listen at you. She's on goat watch. If that goat don't have that baby soon, I don't know what we're going to do. Because she has been on goat watch for 2 months now, I think. Oh, man. Sam's Club. That's another one. Love going to Sam's Club. So y'all have a good night. We're going to get off here. Y'all be nice to each other. Keep them prayer requests coming in, and y'all keep remembering them prayer requests as well. So y'all have a good night, guys. Bye. See y'all next Friday. And now there's somebody coming down the driveway.